Hospital playlist. Hospital playlist Korean. Seuljairaun Yisasinghwal, Hanya, Seuljairaun Yi Shishenghuo, RR, Seuljairaun Uisasinghwal. Lit. Wise Doctor Life is a South Korean television series written by Lee Woo-jung and directed by Shin Won-ho. It is the second installment of the Wise Life series, following Prison Playbook 2017-18. It stars Jo Jung-suk, Yoo Yeon-seok, Jung Kyung-ho, Kim Dae-myung, and Jeon Mi-do. The second season aired between June 17 and September 16, 2021. According to Nielsen Korea, the first episode recorded 10.7% viewership. Series overview. Synopsis. The series follows 5 doctors in their 40s who have been best friends since they entered medical school in 1999. Lee Ik-jun Jo Jung-suk is an assistant professor of general surgery specializing in liver transplants. He takes care of his young son as a single father after getting divorced from his absent wife. Unapologetically good at anything he puts his mind to, on Jeong-won Yoo Yeon-seok, an assistant professor of pediatric surgery, is generous and caring, endearing him to his patients. He is a devout Catholic and secretly plans to become a priest due to the pain caused by seeing his patients suffer. Kim Jung-wen Jung Kyung-ho is an associate professor of cardiothoracic surgery who appears cold and professional. However, he hides a soft, kind temperament that rarely shows, only surfacing with his friends and certain patients. Yang Seok-hyun Kim Dae-myung, an assistant professor of obstetrics and gynecology, is an aloof and introverted doctor. Though he comes off as detached, he is willing to go the extra mile for the female patients under his watch. He is divorced and deeply cares for his mother. Ki-sung Hwa Jeon Mi-do, the only female in the group of friends, is an associate professor of neurosurgery. She is considered perfect by her colleagues. She treats patients kindly, performs hundreds of successful surgeries, and has a great personality. The story revolves around the group of friends as they embark on hospital adventures involving medicine, music, and relationships. Cast. Overview. Main. Jo Jung-suk as Lee Ik-jun, an associate professor of general surgery. Yoo Yeon-seok as On Jeong-won/Andrea, an assistant professor of pediatric surgery. Jung Kyung-ho as Kim Jung-wan, an associate professor of cardiothoracic surgery. Kim Dae-myung as Yang Seok-hyun, an assistant professor of obstetrics and gynecology. Jeon Mi-do as Ki-sung Hwa, an associate professor of neurosurgery. Supporting doctors: Shin Hyun-bin as Jang Jae-ol, third-year resident, later fellow in general surgery. Jung Moon-sung as Do Ji-hak, chief resident, later fellow in cardiothoracic surgery. An Yoon-jin as Chu Min-ha, second year, later chief resident in obstetrics and gynecology. Kim Jung-han as An Chai-hong, third-year resident in neurosurgery. Moon Tu as Young Seok-min, chief resident, later fellow in neurosurgery. Ha Yoon-kyung as Hyo Sun-bin, third year, later fellow in neurosurgery. Choi Young-jun as Bong Gwang-hyun, assistant professor of emergency medicine. Seo Jin-won as Min Gi-jun, professor of neurosurgery. Kim Hae-in as Myung Yoon-won, second year, later chief resident in obstetrics and gynecology resident. Choi Young-woo as Chin Myung-ti, professor of cardiothoracic surgery. Shin Do-hyun as Bi-jun-hee, fellow in emergency medicine. Jeon Kwang-jin as Jong Si-hyuk, Fellow in Orthopedic Surgery. Lee Si-hee as Kang So-yi, Fellow in Emergency Medicine. Woo Jung-won as Yeom Si-hee, Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Lee Do-hai as Kai Yoon-mai, first-year resident in obstetrics and gynecology. Nurses and medical students. Kim Soo-jin as Song Soo-bin, surgical ward nurse. Yoon Hae-ri as So-hee Hyun, cardiothoracic surgery medical assistant. Yang Jo-ah as Hwen Ji-shin, neurosurgery medical assistant. Lee No-ah as Lee Young-ha, surgical ward nurse. Lee Dal as Kim Ji-hwen, surgical ward nurse. Lee Hai-yoon as Kook Hai-sung, general surgery medical assistant. Lee Jae-won as Han Hyun, pediatric surgery medical assistant. Lee Soo-hyun as Nam Jae-min, pediatric intensive care unit nurse. Lee Jong-won as Kim Jin-yoon, second-year medical student. Lee Jung-won as Hwen Jae-woo, second-year medical student. Kim Jae-sung as Han Seung-ju, obstetrics and gynecology delivery room nurse. Seol Yoo-jin as Yoon Sun-jin, obstetrics and gynecology medical assistant. Kim Bai-bai as Ham Deok-ju, transplant coordinator. Park Han-sol as Sun Woo-hee-soo, emergency room nurse. Cho Yi-hyun as Jang Yeon-bok, third-year medical student, later intern and Hongdu's twin sister. Lee Hyun-sung as Jang Hongdu, third-year medical student, later intern and Yeon-bok's twin brother. Kim Kang-min as Im Chang-min, intern. Lee Chan-hyun as Choi Seon-young, intern. Ki Min-hee as So-yeon. Family members of the main characters. Kwak Sun-young as Lee Ik-sun, Ik-jun's younger sister. Kim Jun as Lee Woo-ju, Ik-jun's son. Lee Soo-mai as Auntie Wang, Woo-ju's nanny. Kai Yoon-si as Yuk Hae-jeong, Ik-jun's ex-wife. Kim Hee-suk as Jung Ro-sa. Sung Dong-il as An Dong-il/Peter, Jeong-won's eldest brother. Kim Kap-soo as Ju Jong-soo, chairman of the Yulj Foundation and Ro-sa's childhood friend. Cho Seung-yeon as Ju Jun, director of Yulj Medical Center. Moon Hee-kyung as Jo Young-hae, Seok-hyung's mother. Park Jae-yeon as Yoon Shin-hae, Seok-hyung's ex-wife. Shin Hae-kyung as Seok-hyung's former mother-in-law. Nam Myung-yeol as Yang Tae-yang, Seok-hyung's father. Lee So-yoon as Kim Tae-yeon, Yang Tae-yang's mistress. Special appearances. Production. Development. In January 2019, it was reported that Shin Won-ho would direct a medical television series and that the production team was in the early stages of casting actors. It took 4 years for the script to be completed. Screenwriter Lee Woo-jung and director Shin Won-ho previously worked together on the critically acclaimed Reply anthology series 2012-16 as well as the hit black comedy series Prison Playbook 2017-18. Actors Jung Kyung-ho and Yoo Yeon-seok also previously worked with the duo. Yoo Yeon-seok and Jo Jung-suk previously appeared together in Bae Suzy's Architecture 101 as friends and supporting roles, not lead role. In order to comply to the 52-hour week system and to avoid overnight filming with regard to the cast and crew's health, the production team decided to air 1 episode a week for a total of 12 weeks instead of broadcasting 2 episodes a week for 8 weeks as it is usually the case for South Korean television series. Filming. Principal photography for the first season started in early October 2019. Some scenes taking place in Gangwon University Hospital and Yulj Medical Center were respectively filmed in Hallam University Dongtan Sacred Heart Hospital in Hwaseong, Gyeonggi, and Yuha Women's University Medical Center in Gangseo District. Music. Soundtrack album Season 1. The Hospital Playlist original soundtrack produced by Maju. He was released on June 4, 2020 by Studio Mound C. Egg is Coming and Stone Music Entertainment. It consists of covers of popular Korean songs released in the 1990s and 2000s. Season 2. Part 1. Part 2. Part 3. Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, OST Special, Part 7, Part 8, Part 9, Part 10, OST Special 2, Part 11, Part 12, Singles. Reception. Critical response. Hospital Playlist received positive critical feedback. Comparing the series to Grey's Anatomy and Friends, Ariana Yaptanko of Elle featured it on the list of the 10 best K-dramas to binge watch on Netflix. During an interview with the Korea Herald, film critic Yoon Suk-jin praised Hospital Playlist for emphasizing the human aspect of the profession rather than the life and death situations, noting that the series did away with the cliched power conflict and focused on the doctors' sincerity in their work. Viewership. Season 1 Hospital Playlist aired on TVN, which normally has a relatively smaller audience compared to free-to-air TV/public broadcasters KBS, SBS, MBC, and EBS. Its first season ended within the top 10 of the highest-rated Korean dramas in cable television history. Season 2, a 10.0% viewership rating, was recorded nationwide for the first episode of the second season, making it the highest premiere rating of the network. The last episode, aired on September 16, recorded an average national viewership of 14.80%. Season 1. Season 2. Accolades.